Hey there, all you autumn winds. Welcome back to Erico Blueberry. It's an unassuming Destiny podcast. My name is chillybin.
Aw, and Meckii.
I'm coming to you live from inside the Waterforce. So, in the last week, before we do the Destiny stuff, I've now switched over to using my new PC. Desk setup has changed. There's still some work to do in this office. It's been a whole saga. We may or may not get into it in a minute, but this GPU is the dumbest thing I think I've ever purchased. It is a fucking RTX 4090 with that came out of the box with an all-in-one water cooling setup. It's got a giant radiator with 3 fans on it, which is mounted on the front side of my case. And they call that system Waterforce, in all caps, mind you. And I love it, and it is also very stupid.
It sounds like it should be a Japanese kaiju show.
Yeah.
Or Kamen Rider, Water Force.
Yes, exactly. So one of the, of course, one of the first things I did after actually starting to use this PC in earnest as my main machine. The other one's just on the floor over there. It's fine. It's just this one's better. The first thing I did, of course, was install Destiny 2. And then the second thing I did was boot it, put all the settings up to max at 4K, and then uncap the frame rate and see how high the number go. And the number go high 500 frames a second, it was reporting, using the in-game FPS counter. And I was like, well, I know that a lot of, an annoying amount of things, the damage amount is tied to frame rate. So I better just cap that back down to 60. And so it runs Destiny very, very capably. But that was always funny. The other game I used to do that with was Doom 2018, because of how fucking good the graphics engine is in that game at producing really good graphics really efficiently.
You should download Death Stranding and crank it.
Ooh, wait.
I was crank the graphics up.
Norman Reedus would shake his head at me so fast.
Vision on screen. Yeah.
Dear.
This is why I bought this graphics card.
Yeah, I want to see that rain melt his clothes off.
Uncanny Valley, Norman Reedus.
I want to see that man in the shower at incredibly high resolutions, and then I want to see the advertisement on the shower for his TV show and the giant Monster Energy cans. Just photo mode. Just get in there. Show me what that can do.
Norman Reedus piss in 4K.
Oh man, I could. I really, really could. I might. I'm not going to say that I definitively won't. It's on the cards. But yes, I have had a whole saga with wanting to replace this desktop, the one I got sent, not being fit for purpose in the end. I'm currently trying to figure that out because it was a lot of money for a thing that I cannot use because it is just not going to work with the desk frame. So I'm back on the same desk. I've kind of rearranged some stuff. The shelves are in a slightly different position to what we're used to here on the show, but largely I think my sitting position in this office is a meter to the left because I've just rotated the desk 90 degrees. I'm closer to the window. It's a better use of space. And
it's great. We can see your other cash sink, your magic collection.
Yes.
I to the audio listeners, they think you're just really into being a magician, because all I said was magic collection.
Yeah, but for people who are familiar with Magic the Gathering, they know that what I've just described is a series of very expensive hobbies. But here we are. We're here to talk about a video game. There's a free-to-play video game, but I spend money on it because they have some good stuff that I want.
Yeah.
But where to begin? Last week was Iron Banner week. I fully was just not really paying attention to Iron Banner. And then after we recorded last week's ep, it was Thursday night. We jumped in, just playing scumbag Iron Banner shit, not really being too strategic with it. I had about 5 strong zeros. We had a great time. And then I kept playing Iron Banner throughout the weekend as I was like getting all of this room set up because we had a long weekend and I didn't have a lot on, which was nice.
Yeah. I played a lot of Iron Banner.
You got a lot of autumn wins.
I got 38 autumn wins.
Just like every event, you found your hoarding fixation.
My goblin nature.
Yeah, it's. I think it will take some real effort to beat that title count from Guardian Games last year.
It was like 110.
It was definitely, yeah, it was like 100 at least. I remember that much. But granted, that was like a 3-week event. This Iron Banner was just the one.
I need to pick a common drop in the next Guardian Games and see what I can do.
Yes, well, as I've said before, you got lucky in that it was dropping way more than it should. Plus, the way that those like rank up packages worked with the event card meant that you were getting a lot of opportunities to get one as well. Who knows? It might just happen again. This might be your new Edge Transit. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Bungie, feel free to break the drop rate on something else.
Yeah, for real.
I think it's funny.
Yes. I should say very quickly, in terms of me moving PCs and switching things over, I thought I'd moved all the stuff I need to make this show happen. And then as we were getting set up, I was like, so I moved my OBS profile. I got my user settings, all the recording locations, all those settings are there. But I forgot or didn't realize that what I actually really needed to export was the scene collection, which is like the arrangement of video and audio sources into this feed that I then use for the show. So I had to recreate that very quickly. Luckily, there's not too much to it. I have just noticed that I need to move myself very slightly. Oh, this is terrible. Cool. Because what I could see that I've only just noticed is like the little green that goes around your video feed in Discord when you're speaking. I could see like a pixel width of that. And apologies if you noticed me edit that on the fly. I will fix it later. The other thing that I realized while I was walking the dog before, like just after work before this, is that all of the bits and pieces that I would reuse for things like titles and lower thirds in DaVinci Resolve, don't have those.
Beans.
And again, it'll be pretty quick to replicate those because they're not overly complex, but I had the thought, do I just quickly hook up the old PC, figure out where they are, grab them? Probably not. Also because I have a paid version of DaVinci Resolve, which has a license key, it'll probably like deactivate one license to activate it there. I just can't be bothered. So I guess also by now, folks watching would have seen it. Some of the video aspects might have shifted slightly as I have to all of a sudden recreate a few bits.
Yeah. But
I intentionally keep it quite light in terms of how much goes into those things. For cases such as this, because as good as I am with storing data and making sure I don't lose things, sometimes I'm just dumb and I delete it or I leave it on a computer that I don't use anymore, even though it's all of 2 meters away from me on the floor there. Oh well.
Sounds like me.
Yeah.
I could.
It's a good excuse to like, I don't know, put something new in there. Not that there's
some pizzazz.
Yeah. Not that I really want to put too much pizzazz on it. But anyway, we're past that now. Welcome to the new era.
Oh.
New Erico Blueberry, that is. So, Iron Banner, you got your stuff, you fucking gilded Iron Lord, right?
Yeah.
You're on the title grind now, a different kind of title.
Surprise.
It was very interesting to see that pop up when it did, because we played a lot together earlier in the weekend, and then it just kind of, the notification popped up in the server that you had gilded Iron Lord, and I was like, you sneaky little weasel.
Yeah.
I got close.
Didn't really mention it to people.
No, like I got close. Like we played enough within our group that like the last triumph I had to do was the one that's like just win matches and you get like 4% for winning a match when you've got like all of the challenges and shit done. And I think I got that up to like low 50%. And then I was like, I just can't be bothered. But you kept going.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm kind of impressed, but kind of scared.
And then shortly after that, I got Glorious as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And
accidentally.
And this was the thing, like when I saw that come up, I was like, because I didn't notice it said earned and not gilded. Because Glorious and like Dredgen is one of the ones where there's a bug that like you redeem one triumph and you gild it, and that's not how that's meant to work. And they're going to fix that retroactively soon. But when you said it was the fact that you'd earned it for the first time, that says to me that you played a lot of fucking Crucible lately.
Yeah. I've been playing a little Crucible. It was also Mayhem Week.
Yeah.
So but I haven't actually really told anyone in the clan or
We have now.
or the server that I actually play competitive Crucible quite a lot.
I keep meaning to try it out after because I never did my 7 matches to like earn the placement, and I think I did like 1 match and I was like, it was like maybe the beginning of when that system rolled out, and I was like, I just can't be bothered. And then I just never went back and did a second match. I didn't.
No.
I just did 1.
I go and do my 7 at minimum, my 7 matches every reset to get the. Is it a pinnacle or a powerful?
I mean,
no, it's a rose. You drop a rose.
Oh, right. Because you have to play a certain number just to prevent your rank from dropping, right? Is that 7 or is it less than that? I can't remember.
I can't remember, but I just do it to get the powerful. And it got to the point where I was playing so much Iron Banner in the last couple of weeks that my overall Crucible ability has improved.
Just kind of lifted, yeah.
Yeah. And I've been like in some of my competitive matches, I've been top fragging out of nowhere.
All right.
And there were some Iron Banner games too. I think I played with you guys where I was not top fragging but close.
I mean, it's different in like a 6-on-6 format like Eruption too. There's just so much happening, whereas competitive's still all like 3v3 format, right?
Yeah. But I feel like it playing just a lot of PvP to get that, to try and secretly get that Iron Lord gilded. It just overall picked up my Crucible ability altogether.
I love secret Crucible Meckii. This is a good look for you, I think.
Secret sweat.
Yeah, because I don't know that I'm a huge fan of Eruption as a game mode, but like for a week in Iron Banner, it's pretty good because like there's a ton of people playing it, dumb shit's going on all the time, and I was like some matches I was hitting like a 3 or a 4.0 KD, going on streaks of like 8 or 10, but like not often enough that I got bored. It was like every now and then I'd have one of those. I was like, yeah, I'm actually kind of getting this, and then I'd have a couple where it's like maybe between 1 and 2 kind of KD, and it felt pretty well balanced. Like they spoke about removing the freelance Iron Banner mode because of how much confidence they'd gained in the fire team based matchmaking just in the regular Iron Banner playlist matchmaking. It felt pretty good. Like I think maybe 1 or 2 matches I was in got mercied, but for the most part it was like pretty close a lot of the time, and actually pretty doable to get like a really big comeback going, just because of how weird the scoring is in Eruption. Like if somebody's cert primed, the one where they're about to explode, if they're primed and you kill them, you get 5 points, and that is huge. And like if you are primed and you're getting kills, like I don't think you get 5 per kill, but you get a boosted amount. So there's a lot of movement in there for like creating these big swings within the course of a game.
Yeah, I felt too just that game mode lends to a lot of like to the wire / nail biter moments.
Were you in that game that we tied?
Yeah.
Like
or you have games where you come out on top by like a point or 2 points.
Yeah, no, this one,
it's
like,
a lot of fun.
This one, like, was tied at time end, goes into overtime, and then is tied at the end of that, and it just goes, oh well, guess you guys tied. Like, no one wins.
Yeah. And it's like, I actually find it a really enjoyable game mode for that. Because you're not constantly like creaming everyone, or you're not constantly being mercied.
Yeah.
It's actually really good. And yeah, like my average kill streak, I think, was 3 to 5.
Yeah.
And then you get those 1 or 2 games every now and then where you're capping out at 10 kills.
Yeah.
Like, there was a guy, he ended up adding me after we played a few Iron Banner games together, and we were both top fragging. And he ended up adding me, and then when I loaded back into Iron Banner the next day, he sent a game invite. So jumped in, no mic, nothing. And like one of the games he pulled out with like a 15 kill streak at the end of it. Like,
it's disgusting.
But mind you, he had full trials armor on. Yeah. He'd like gilded it like 6 times. Like,
it's just a good person with a contact book.
And it was just really fun just having someone be like, oh, you and I have been running a bunch of games, top fragging together. Yeah. Friend invite. And then just in the whisper, just game ?
Yeah.
And then sending me an invite.
It was funny. Like we were playing, I think it was like 3 of us teamed up. And then on the other team, I noticed a friend of mine. But before I could say anything, one of you was like, oh, this handle is so funny. And I was like, yeah, that's actually like someone who I see playing regularly with a friend of mine, and they were fire teamed up. So shout out to Xenophage Therapy for the handle that like stood out to all of us as a good one. No one can beat Scrumbo, but Xenophage Therapy is pretty good. Scrumbo.
Actually, no, this week Zavala's wife Time Lost fucking sent me.
That was so. Like, you get a lot of, like, insert female Destiny character OnlyFans references or thigh references. But, like, that one is both kind of one of those and really, really, like, lore accurate in a way that I deeply appreciate.
It's also, there's another guy I see in our tower all the time. So if you're in the OCU, you've probably seen them around. But my dad, Time Lost, also sends me every single time I see it.
Oh man. Shout out to that guy.
But some of the since Lightfall, some of the clan names and new clans that have been popping up have been really fucking excellent too. Like the one you sent the other day, Jim's Mormon Soaking.
Yeah, Jim's Mormon Soaking. I didn't even notice that one. Alex found it, and then I screenshotted it before he could, because I think he was about to pass out. It was so funny.
Another clan to shout out, Busted Nutterino. And then you've just got like Woolly's Mud Cake was another one you brought up recently. Jesus, but for space.
Oh God.
Bit of a sore one, a political one, but Xi Jinping, Kel of China.
Yes.
A silly friend. So every time someone loads in, it says a silly friend is near, a silly friend has joined the match.
That's very good. I do like those ones. Cool. So that's Iron Banner by way of weird Bungie names. What else happened with Iron Banner? I don't know. I feel like by the end of the season I'll be able to guild it because I just need wins at this point.
Yeah.
I don't have they said what other modes we're getting this season for IB? Because we had Fortress last time, the like Cabal battlefield situation.
I can't remember. I only
I'm pretty sure we're not getting
started.
Rift this season.
Yeah. I only really started paying attention when I wanted to be sneaky.
Yes. Yes, good. But yeah, we've got one more week, so still plenty of time to earn and guild Iron Lord titles, if that's your bag.
Working on another title.
Yeah. Which one?
Queensbreaker.
Hang on. Is that this season's?
Yeah. I want to be the best simp.
Yeah,
Queen's Guard, sorry, not Queensbreaker. Queen's
I'm
Guard.
getting it mixed up with like some of the Dreaming City stuff, but yes.
Yeah.
Queen's Guard. Yeah, those seasonal ones, like, pretty sure I've said this before, like you can get there just like staying relatively current with the seasonal stuff and like kind of doing a bit of it each week.
Oh god, no, I'm only 4 out of 12, homie.
Well, yeah, but like there's still plenty of season to go is my point.
It's
like
another month?
Yeah, 6 weeks or so, but like, yeah, those ones you don't have to like really push yourself too hard. They require a bit of extra effort. You have to like focus on the seasonal activities and things like that, but yeah, you'll get there.
Yeah, I just got to do a bunch of Defiant Battlegrounds, and then I'm close to another one where I have to do the Terminal Overrides.
Mm-hmm.
I need to do one in the harbour. So it's with an L. Leeming?
Yes.
Yes?
Lemming Harbour.
Yeah, so, and then I'll have that one done.
Nice.
I just don't know if it's on the rotation at the moment.
That's a daily rotation, so easy enough.
I'll check after the game.
Easy enough to get that.
Yeah, I think it should be today or tomorrow. It'll come back up again.
Yeah, I think was it also last Thursday, like after we'd recorded, where we played a bunch of Gambit.
Yeah,
and I got like, I mean, a few drinks in and incredibly toxic just in our little voice chat.
Yeah.
just blueberry things, which I guess, it's the inspiration for this show's title. But man, some people out there play Gambit and really don't know how to play Gambit. Just if you're holding moats, especially if you're holding enough moats to send a blocker, don't take them with you when you invade. Just a general rule of thumb.
I was going to say, our idea of toxic is different, because my idea of being toxic is hearing invader on the field and then me popping them and going, don't worry.
Yeah.
Or they're heading towards bank, never mind.
Yeah, mine is more like
monotoned as fuck. Just
I think my version is similar to that. I'm maybe like a little bit more motivated by spite of people playing Gambit poorly. Yeah. Like if for example a blueberry is in your team repeatedly stealing the invasion portal and not really doing much with it, I like to do a late game invade full of xenophage, get an army of one in the span of about 10 seconds and just come back and be like, and this is how we do it.
That's how I ended up getting my that one I ended up sending you guys after I did it, where on a single invade I got 6 kills.
Yeah.
And it's just because I was so fucking angry that I got an army of one, and then I saw them running out of the respawn on the map, and I was just like, pop, pop. Fuck you.
But an army of one sends you back automatically. Unless you like left grenades or shit on the ground.
There's the splash from Xeno.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I did, but I came back with that 6.
If it's showing you invasion kills in the post-game report, it tracks it across all of the invasions. But you can't really get more than 4 on a single invade unless you're doing some weird shit.
I was full of piss and vinegar.
Yeah. Whereas, Thursday I was full of strong zero and strong opinions about Gambit, it seems. I was also just like on a bit of a tear. Like the build that I have with those throwing hammers and blinding grenades, like I can basically clear one of the area spawns solo in a very short amount of time. So it'd be like, I'll run in, kill everything, grab 15 moats and leave. And there's probably still like 20 on the ground. I'll just be like, oh, there's some moats here. And then I'll just run off and do some other shit.
Yeah, there were games that night where I was just so fed up with Blueberry stealing my moats that I just focused on killing things. Yeah. I was like, it's not even
fully leaning into the old Gambit Prime roles of like, okay, I'm going full Reaper for this one. I'm just killing, not collecting.
Yeah, I ended up just being like, you know what? I have to get 15 sidearm kills, so if fuckers are going to keep stealing my motes, I'm just going to focus on doing those.
That's it. But yeah, I still need to play a bit more Gambit because I'm pretty sure when they fix the bug about gilding, I don't think I've got quite enough. I think I also need to do the Triumph for 100 glaive kills, so that might be one where I just only use a glaive and just go stab, stab, stab until it's done, because I'll get there pretty quick.
Yeah, the glaive kills, especially because you're chaining final blows as well. If you're in a crowd, they're pretty easy to get through.
Yeah, so that'll be fine. And I think on that kind of mid-season patch, because we've talked about that a couple of times, they've talked about it, like this mid-season patch is where they're doing a bunch of like Crucible fixes and some of the power tweaking and also the fixes to those gilding bugs. I think this week I saw a tweet, which is the first time we've had it kind of confirmed when that's going to land, and they said next week. So unless something changes or they find some issues with it, like that fix is coming soon, and gonna have to go guild some shit again. So kind of looking forward to that, because there was some good stuff coming in that patch. I just can't remember all of the specifics. I think it was like that big post about Crucible stuff had stuff that was landing there. So it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Go and get 2 dredging guilds in a season. It's not how that's meant to work at all.
You know what? It's in the server, so we have proof you did it.
Yeah, I'm gonna screenshot that and go, witness me, Gambit peons. Yeah, just chrome my face. No, but it's just green spray paint.
What is that clip I love from the Game Grumps? Where he sprays himself.
Witness me!
Aaron, he goes, look at me!
Just the most upbeat voice.
It's got that energy.
Witness me!
Or the second bit when he does it again and he goes, have you witnessed me?
I'm just going to spit take. Yes. I love that.
Oh, it's one of my favorite Aaron Hansen moments.
I love that so much.
Look at me!
Look at me! What a man.
Have you witnessed me?
I was going to say speaking of the witness, but I don't have a segue. It's just...
Speaking of Aaron Hansen, Creator Clash. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm going to watch some YouTubers punch each other. Except it seems like they're all fucking training real hard.
Yeah. The last one definitely made it like a tangible thing.
Yeah,
like,
and a bunch of people watch it and be like, oh, this will be a bit of a joke. And it's like, nah, we're going to go train. We're going to get buff. I'm
so excited, especially for some of the return fighters who obviously had experience last year. So they've got that plus additional training. Excited.
Yes.
Yeah. Should be good.
Should indeed. I've got a barking dog, and I think I might just need to go and check that he's all right. So I'm going to be right back.
Okay.
Okay, dog dealt with. I was going to dealt with. not like that. Dog dealt with. Let him outside. Did business. Gave him drugs that he's meant to be on. Don't worry about it. Okay, if you had to do a Creator Clash type event, who are you fighting?
Me.
What?
Who am I fighting?
You're fighting yourself in the ring? Is that...
Homie, I'm 5'1".
Yeah. Pick another short queen or king.
That's the problem though, is I'm 5'1" and like 88 kilos.
Mm.
So that puts me in like in between classes for women's div.
It puts you at like kneecapping a motherfucker height. Just.
I mean, I'd want to get real good and fight people I don't like.
Okay. Name names. Let's go.
Like from the top rope, fucking the Paul brothers.
Oh my god. Catch these hands, Hassan.
I'd love to... See, Hassan's annoying, but he's harmless. I'd like to take Sneeko out. He'd be good to take out.
Why have we turned this into a beef? I didn't anticipate this when I posed the question. Maybe I should have. I'm an idiot.
Me, who cannot hit people I like. People I don't like, on the other hand.
Just walking out in like Destiny raid jackets, and then under that you're like ripped as shit.
Now I'd goblin run out and scare the enemies on all fours like a Dark Souls boss.
What
So
if
you just hear the Dark Souls music and then I come running out on all fours.
what if it's like you and me against the Cold Ones boys, but like clearly none of us have trained, nor do we want to fight each other, and we're just like
I don't want to hit you.
just having a cuddle and calling it martial art.
Ah, cuddle puddle.
Yeah. Under the Destiny raid jacket is just a blanket, and we just
Snuggies.
we just have a like fully consensual, non-sexual adult sleepover in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, with beer.
Yeah, we just turn it into an episode of Cold Ones or this show, and just like get drunk and have bad opinions in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
Okay, create a clash V3. It's just basically the movie Beer Fest.
Just wholesome.
It's just Beer Fest. Like, it's just drinking games, but with real beer. None of this like easy to drink American shit.
I would do what Ludwig and Connor did. Slap boxing.
Yeah. Okay. I watched a bit of the chess boxing event as well, like just to get.
I was like sharing clips to you guys,
yeah,
just to being like, what the fuck?
Just to get my head around functionally how that worked within the span of like a single match. That shit was buck wild, homie. Like, I both don't really know how. I don't know really how boxing works, nor do I really know how to be good at chess. I know how the pieces are allowed to move, but that's it.
The first two matches being smash boxing was great.
Yeah.
And then the slap boxing chess at the end was fantastic.
What a world we live in, that someone can make a joke about a form of entertainment and then somebody with enough money to make it happen does.
Content creation, a blessing and a curse.
Yes, giving anyone autonomy over event and media production is certainly a choice. Remains to be seen if it's a good one. I mean, we're doing this, for example. I don't know how much of a high horse I can get on.
True.
Just having an existential moment.
Who would you fight and create a clash? My own demons.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant when you first responded to the question. It was like, me? It's like, wait, just you.
My demons.
Yeah, you and your childhood diary. You're just like struggling to sit there and just read it.
Oh, fuck. That'd be dark.
or like messages that you received from lovers long ago. Just real cringy, like high school level ideas of romance. We've all been there. We all know what I mean.
Hell yeah.
You just
fight
have to
some
do
demons, ruin some men's careers.
Every like round of boxing or whatever it is that you lose, you have to read another entry. Ooh.
Ugh.
That's yuck. I don't like that at all.
Nah, I would win because, as you've seen by my Twitter, I've received some fucking top-notch cringe from some people in the past.
Pretty mint.
I've had an entire article and an entire song written about me.
Did either get published?
Yeah, they both sucked.
Again, publishing is just I put it on SoundCloud. Like, there's nothing.
Yeah.
It's not what it used to mean of like, oh yeah, I wrote and published a song about you. It's on a CD that people paid money for. No. You uploaded it for free to a website and people listened to it after some ads.
It started as a Facebook note back when they existed.
Facebook note?
He sung it over a Linkin Park demo track that he stole. Because he thought he was a bit of a Chester Bennington. Spoiler alert, he was not.
No, not many are, it turns out. It's quite a hard thing to do, what he did.
I win.
yeah, just automatically world champ right there for cringe boxing. I'm not sure what this is. You sunk my battle cringe.
You know what? Fucking a Battleship Royale kind of thing is something a content creator. It's got the energy of like something a content creator would put on.
People legitimately just playing Battleship, but it's taken
Yeah.
incredibly seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like. There's part of me that wants to be annoyed, but I would definitely watch it at least a little bit just to see how far they take the dumb idea.
I'd watch any match that a creator I like is in, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's what got me with the chess boxing. I was like, I'll watch the matches about the people I care about, and then I sat through the whole thing because
Yeah.
I was like, this is unhinged
Yeah, and
in all the best ways.
but then also I think it was Creator Clash where we all, I mean, you already knew, but we all discovered Hundar. And
yeah,
oh, that man is a mountain.
yeah.
And we all
Troth Hundar in this household.
We all immediately became Hundar stands.
Yeah,
because we were watching it like
stands.
when we were watching it in a group call or something. We were kind of all hanging out watching it.
It was a Sunday, so we had like day drinks and stuff, and just watched it live.
That's right. And then we just wanted to see Hundar, and we did. Yeah. I mean, we saw a bunch of Hundar, mostly because he, you know, like most boxers, had no shirt on, so we saw a lot of Hundar. Ah, dear. Yeah, the idea of like a Destiny community creator clash is very funny. Some people there that definitely need
community's got fucking beef.
Yeah, but also there's some real fuckheads out there, and I want to see them go into a boxing match and take a couple of hits.
True. I mean, that very attitude is what got the Paul's boxing careers, so.
Fucking full pro wrestling now, like, Jesus.
People just wanted to see them get hit.
Yeah, and then the problem was they already had so much money, they just learnt how to do it decently well enough to, like, at least appear successful. Even if all they're doing is picking the matches that they think they can actually win to begin with. Again, what a world we live in. This is what people choose for entertainment.
The times.
The times they are here. Whereas we prefer Destiny. I don't know. Let's just play a video game. Keep it simple.
Can we play PvP to solve our beef? Thank you.
Oh, no. That's where a lot of the beef is coming from. The beef is inside the house.
Oh, no. My house is a lasagna, no.
Oh. It's full of Garfield.
Oh.
Well, Garfield wants to eat your house. I'm not sure where this goes. I'm not sure where we're going with this right now, this train of thought. Let's see. Middle of the season. We're in a bit of that mid-season suck. The Guardian games, we should hear something about that any week now. It's probably...
Watch it now that we've mentioned it. Tomorrow morning's twab.
Yeah, well, because I'm pretty sure we've got like 6 weeks left on the season. Guardian games is usually... I mean, all those are usually 3-week events. They don't do it to finish the season, but there's usually like 1 or 2 weeks after it before the season end. So I'm guessing it's going to land next week. And the twab tomorrow for us will say that.
Yeah.
I would almost put money on it at this point.
We've got a history of being like, I want them to talk about the thing. Yeah. And then the next day they talk about the thing.
But like if Guardian Games is not literally next week, it's the week after for sure, because there's no more time. And it's got to be this season, I'm pretty sure, right? There's 4 seasons a year, 1 event every, Yep. And then I'll get Reveler, and hopefully my Guardian Games tankard arrives before Guardian Games starts. I know it's on the way. I need to check the shipping. But it would be very entertaining to me to drink out of that dumb thing while doing Guardian Games shit.
Yeah.
Whatever that looks like this year. And that'll be fun. GMs are out, but they scare me. What else?
I want to get a team together to run a few GMs, but they're scary.
Yeah.
I've also got to get to level.
There's that. Yeah. There's also like having like enough gear at level to be flexible with the different loadouts it requires, depending on like champs and shields. Yeah, that would be fun to like actually give those a proper go. Like maybe every like 2 seasons, every 2 or 3 seasons, I'll like do a few GMs. I think I got Conqueror once, maybe. But I didn't really try to. It's just ended up being like quite high level when I knew people that were running it, and I was like, I'll jump in and do some. But I have not really done them for a while, so maybe. Oh, that strong 0 hitting again. But yeah. Other than that, I am playing other stuff, which is our go-to when Destiny is feeling a little, shall we say, light on things I actually want to do. Like I'll always boot the game up and like kind of look around and be like, I mean, I could do these pinnacles, I could do the weekly rotation, and then, you know, the last week or 2, I've just gone, actually, nah, I'm gonna go play something else. Played a bit of Terra Nil, did a bit of like, you know, environmental restoration. It's a very chill experience. I just started playing Marvel's Midnight Suns because that was like heavily discounted on the PlayStation Store. And that's a very good like game to sit on the couch with. It's basically XCOM but Marvel. Oh. But there's also cards. It's a weird game. And also like the Midnight Suns arc of Marvel is like really not a common popular choice.
Yeah.
But it was fully the people there were like, Marvel will let us do some shit. Let's pick a really interesting storyline. So I started playing that last night. And mostly just honestly getting this PC set up, like downloading all the shit, setting up all the applications and all the stuff I need. Because as I think I said when I was building this, like I have not done a complete new build in a very long time. Since maybe, what did I say it was? It was like maybe 2009, 2010, something like that. So yeah, it's been a while. But here we are. It's a brave new world. And I've got 3 monitors now. 1 here, and then 2 vertical monitors either side in a horrifying H pattern. I have so much real estate. Both of these have the same image I use as my phone background, which is like the Earth with the traveler above it. It looks real nice.
Yes.
I couldn't think what else to put there. And also managing different wallpapers on multiple monitors can be annoying, especially when 2 of them are vertical and 1 of them isn't.
I just still have the artwork of Anna and Red.
Oh, yes.
That really beautiful painting.
Yeah, I've got a folder full of just like official 4K Destiny art that every like season or expansion, they'll have a bunch of them. They'll put out like, I don't know, a dozen maybe for some of the bigger stuff. And I'll just download them all like a little gremlin. I'll just hoard them into my Google Drive and be like, these are going on my computer later. And then sometimes I'll do that with screenshots I take in the game, but they don't look as good because they're not like going through a proper like art studio. It's just like, I just pressed this button and Destiny went, here you go. It's not like, oh, we're going to like touch up these bits of the lighting. And no.
Just made that terrifying noise when you do screenshots. It scares me every time.
Just
I take the screenshot and it still scares me.
Oh my god. Speaking of terrifying sounds, we discovered Discord's soundboard feature this week. I don't know when this got rolled out, but like this was also the first time I had joined a voice call on Discord after setting up this PC. And what I hadn't done, this is what it turned out to be. I hadn't installed the audio driver for my mixer. So for some reason, it was like Windows was detecting the microphone and the headphones, detecting that device as a microphone, like audio in and out. but not enough that Discord was
notifications.
Well, no, yeah, like basically the only things Discord was sending was like it was handling the voice chat, but every other sound that Discord makes, nowhere to be found. Like no sound at all. And then I couldn't play Spotify. Like, but for some reason, Destiny audio would come through. I have no idea why this was the case, but obviously installing the actual driver for the device fixed it all. But I was in that voice call, and that was where you and Alex had discovered the soundboard and were hitting all these buttons, and I could see the like voice activity light going off for both of you, and I couldn't hear a damn thing.
So you could just hear silence and then us giggling like nutcases.
Yeah, and like Discord's got its own like set of sounds built in. They what they sound like is the knockoff public domain version of very popular sound effects. Like there's an air horn sound, and you all probably just heard an air horn sound in your head, not because I play one, but because you've heard it so many times, you know what that fucking thing sounds like. The Discord one sounds like they got it from Aldi. It's just great. Not as good. But it turns out if you're in a server that is, I mean, our server, I think we've boosted as far as level 1, so it's not much. But even that, you can upload into a Discord server 25 of your own sound files to use on this fucking thing. And the very first one that someone uploaded was the drifter going ding. And I've now heard all these sounds.
I went full goblin mode. You guys were in game, and I'd been booted from the game, so I was like,
it's a fucking night.
While I was waiting for you to finish. I was waiting for you guys to finish. I'm not going to actually
click on it because I don't know what will happen. But if I go to the soundboard in here, we've got that. We've got the fucking the fish with the carrot in its mouth. And then some like TMG shit of just a man yelling, "Ooh, what the fuck." But that one is really loud for some reason. Yeah.
The sound file I downloaded is so loud.
Well, because in the video that it's from, they blow the mics out. Yeah. And you just dump that into our Discord, and you can just click a button and make it go. Yes. Weird times on the internet. I mean, look, that'll probably do it for this here episode right here this week, on account of we haven't done a lot, and there isn't a lot to do.
A lot of dootney.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
That's right.
I've been playing Cult of the Lamb.
I think someone new at work got bullied into trying Destiny.
During a quiet time?
Yeah.
No.
Because I think they are someone who is quite competitive, and I think someone like gaslit them into it. I'm not sure. I wasn't there, but it happened in the office, and I was working from home, and I heard about it because they joined the Slack channel we have for people that play Destiny, and I don't know if it's going to stick. It's a decision made under duress, but if it does stick, I think my workplace has enough regular players that we could form a raid team.
Oh, yeah.
That's very funny.
Cheeky Friday afternoon raid. Call it a team building exercise.
There's no way this fucking MacBook Pro will run the game. No way.
It's a team building exercise. Yeah, you all have to work remote for the team building exercise.
Or the team building is coming from us trying to run a raid on dog shit gaming devices. Everything about that's a bad choice. Although, like, I think everybody's on like various forms of different systems, so we'd have to do some crossplay shit anyway. But that's fine. That works. Just have to not do the thing which is, hey, press E, because on a console, that button doesn't exist. That's just a PC thing.
Where's square?
Yes, press square. I don't have one of those, except a lot of my keys are square. I could press anything. Press the any key. Anyway, we're going to call this here episode done. Thank you for tuning in. We're trying to make the quiet time make the most out of the quiet time. I don't know. Like, what there's not a lot in game to talk about, so we'll just pad it with other shit.
Bullshit.
Not pad it, but we'll fill the time.
Anarchy.
Yes. We will burn the show down. No, incorrect. We will keep it going. We'll just talk about some other things every now and then. But this is and remains Erico Blueberry, a Destiny podcast. You know the drill. Have a good time playing Destiny.
Have a day.
have a day, and then tell a friend about all of the above, including how many autumn winds you have. At least on this side of the planet, it is autumn. So the autumn winds, they are a-blowing. They blow for thee. They blow for the fucking cockatoos in my neighborhood who swarm up and down the street to grab all the shit that has fallen out of the trees and to shit on everybody's cars.
And to scream.
So the other day, like, there's seriously so many of them, and they travel in this, like, horrendous gang. What's the little collective noun for cockatoos? Anyway, I was sitting here.
They're just a flock. Are they a scream? A yell?
They're a dick bag of cockatoos. But I was sitting here trying to do work, and I heard them rolling in like a slowly gathering storm. Like it just slowly built.
Where you hear the motorcycle slowly come in.
Legitimately, like the volume just slowly increased until they were like flying over the house, and I wanted to go out there and murder all of them.
They're called a crackle of cockatoos, apparently.
Sure, it seems rather apt, but yes, they're all being dicks around the neighborhood. So that's what autumn means for me right now in this part of town, and I hate it.
Growing up in a northern tropical climate, and in my particular area, I am surrounded by cockatoos, galahs, kookaburras.
Why do all the animals here sound like fucking psychos? This whole country, man. All the animals are just mental.
Stormbirds. I don't know if you guys get them down here, but we get a particular breed of stormbird up here that sounds like a woman screaming. It's great.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know what they're actually called, but we've nicknamed them, like, in Queensland, we just call them stormbirds because they tend to go off around the time rain is coming for some reason. It's just one of those things. And yeah, it sounds like a woman screaming. It's real weird.
Yeah. That's frightening and terrifying.
I'll have my headset on and I'll be like...
Yeah, just the one ear, like, the fuck is going on out there? Like today, there was a man on the roof above me cleaning out the gutters, and I forgot that today was the day they were coming to do that, and I was in the middle of a fucking video call for work. And I had to mute myself, be like, this sucks. Bye. Forgot about that guy. Anyway, we're done. Let's get out of here. And I'm going to...
Erico Birdbrain.
Erico Birdbrain. I'm going to reset up my video editor now. That's going to be a fun chore. Or I might just leave that until Saturday and be lazy. That's what I like to do sometimes. Procrastinate. And I might procrastinate by getting another drink and playing a little Destiny. If you know what I'm saying. It's Team Scorched this week, and I kind of have a lot of fun with that. So maybe that's what I'll do instead of editing the video tonight. Who knows? All right, bye.
Bye, friends.
I don't know where else to go with this.
Smile and wave, boy. Smile and wave. Oh, this one. Oh no, it's too high definition.